We'll learn how to write the function in 4 different types. Those are without parameter, without return type, with parameter, without return type, without parameter, with return type, and the last one with parameter and with return type. So this example, what has been written is without parameter and without return type. Without parameter means when you are calling the function, this is your calling the function statement, you are not specifying anything between the parentheses. You are not passing any argument from the function call to the function definition. That is called without parameter. So the input has been read within the function, processing has been happened, and you are printing the output within the function itself. So you are not returning back anything from the function definition to the function call. So we call that as a without return type. Without parameter means you are not passing any input from the function call to the function definition. So we call that as a without parameter. Without return type means after executing the function definition, you are not sending back any information from the function to the function call statement. This is called without return type. So if you want, it can just keep a statement return 0. This also says that without return type because we are just giving 0 by default. Now the next type is function with parameter and without return type. Without return type means you understood that we are not sending back anything from the function, so return 0. With parameter means whenever I am calling a function, I have to send some input from the function call statement to the function header. So here I am reading the input outside the function. 2 numbers has been read. Now the function call statement is there. I am sending these two as input to the function header. Here I am using 2 more variables. We call these 2 things as formal arguments and m and n are actual arguments. When I start executing this program, the browser will understand that a function has been declared with the 2 parameters or the 2 arguments. Without executing the function definition, after this line, it comes to the later part. A comment is there. Then we are having 2 input statements. It will ask the user to enter 2 numbers and store it in 2 variables m and n. Then we are having a function call statement. In this function call statement, we are sending 2 parameters which are called as actual arguments m and n. Actual, your output has been stored in the variables m and n. But this you are sending to the function now. And in the function, these 2 variables will be acting like a formal parameters. The lifespan of A and B will be ended by this statement. You cannot access A and B here outside of the function. The lifespan of A and B will be starting at the function header and it will end when you give the return statement. So it will add these 2 numbers and store it in C variable and print it. Even the C variable lifespan will be within the function. So you are not returning anything. So return 0 you have given and it returns to the place from where it has been called, and as you doesn't have any code after this, the program ends. This called as with parameter because you are sending some information when you are calling the function. So the next concept is function without parameter and with return type. By this time you understood what is without parameter. Without parameter means when you are calling a function, you are not sending anything in the function call. So your input will be read within the function. So it is similar to your first one. So I just copy this and we try to do the modifications here. So this is your program. As the function type says, without parameter. So in the function call statement, I am not sending any parameters. It is calling the function. It will go here, and within the function, I am trying to read the input, process it, and calculate it. Then what is there for me? With return type. With return type means I doesn't want to print the output within the function, but I want that to be printed outside the function. So what is the output here? C. So here it is going to return me some value. This C will come here. That has to be stored in one variable. So I take add as a variable. The C will be returning to the place from where it has been called. That is function call. So I have to store that in one variable. So I am storing that in add. Now I will print what is the sum. Sum is in which variable it has been stored? In add. Now the fourth one is with parameter with return type. So we just copy this and try to modify the content. What is with parameter? We have to read the input outside the function and send that as parameters to the function call, right? So it has to be here. I take different variables m and n. This m and n are actual arguments or the parameters within the program. The lifespan of m and n will be throughout the program. I am sending this as parameters to the function header. So here I required some formal arguments. So a and b I had given. The lifespan of a and b will be within the function. Then it has been specified as with return type. So using return statement, I am returning back the variable c. It comes to the function call statement and that has been stored in variable add. And later I had the print statement. It is going to print the output. We will have a quick eye on the with parameter, without a parameter, with return type and without return type. So these two things if you consider with parameter. With parameter means you are going to send the input from the function call statement. And that variables as a formal arguments you are going to specify here. It is going to process it. With return type means after doing the process, it will be sending back the input from the return statement and it will be stored in one variable and that we are trying to print it here.